You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly you spot a penny that could be worth a whopping $2.5 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, before you start planning your retirement, let's dive into the fascinating world of the 1988 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny and uncover the truth behind its value. We've all heard tales of rare coins fetching astronomical prices at auctions. The allure of finding such a treasure in everyday change is irresistible. Today, we're focusing on the 1988 Lincoln penny, specifically those without a mint mark. Could one of these be your golden ticket? Let's find out. In 1988, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced over 6 billion pennies without a mint mark. These coins feature the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Given their massive production, most of these pennies are worth, well, a penny. Mistakes during production, like double strikes or off-center images, can make a coin rare. Coins that have remained in pristine condition since they were minted. Historical significance or anomalies. Coins from a limited run or with unique features. Rumors have circulated about a 1988 no-mint mark penny selling for $2.5 million. However, after extensive research, there's no credible evidence supporting this claim. While certain pennies, like the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent, have fetched high prices due to their rarity and unique composition, the 1988 penny doesn't share this distinction. That said, some 1988 pennies have sold for impressive amounts, primarily due to their exceptional condition or unique airs. In December 2021, a 1988 penny graded MS69RD, virtually flawless, sold for $7,500. Achieving such a grade is exceedingly rare. A 1988 penny with a noticeable doubling on the obverse, especially around Lincoln's ear, fetched $3,120 in 2021. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement of potentially valuable coins. But let's clear up some myths. With billions produced, most 1988 pennies without mint marks are common and hold only face value. Not all errors are equal. Minor imperfections might not significantly increase a coin's value. Collectors seek prominent, verifiable errors. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I stumbled upon a jar of old coins in my attic. Among them was a shiny 1988 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as I imagined early retirement. After consulting with a coin expert, I learned it was worth 1 cent. While my dreams of fortune were dashed, it sparked a passion for coin collecting and the stories each coin holds. While the idea of a $2.5 million 1988 no-mint mark penny is enticing, the reality is more grounded. Most of these coins are abundant and hold minimal value. However, rare errors and exceptional conditions can fetch higher prices. Always consult with reputable coin dealers or grading services to get accurate assessments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin lore and want to uncover more treasures hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the fascinating world of numismatics together. All right, picture this. You're digging through your couch cushions, hoping to find a couple of quarters for the vending machine. Instead, out pops an old, grimy penny. You squint at it, about to toss it aside, but then you notice something. That tiny D, mint mark under the year 1970. Suddenly, your heart starts racing. What if, just what if, this little copper coin is worth a life-changing $2.60 million? Sounds too good to be true, right? But let me tell you, it's very real. The 1970 D Lincoln penny is out there, and if you find the right one, you're looking at a fortune. I know what you're thinking. Wait, a penny? Worth millions? Absolutely. And today, I'm going to break it all down for you. What makes this penny so valuable, how to spot one, and the hilarious mistake I made that almost cost me a jackpot. So, grab that jar of spare change and let's get started. First off, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. It's not just any 1970 penny. It's a rare error coin. The U.S. Mint makes mistakes too, and sometimes those mistakes turn into gold mines for collectors. The million-dollar version of this penny is what's called a double die obverse. That means the date and some lettering on the front of the coin appear doubled, almost like they were stamped twice. It's subtle, but if you spot it, you're sitting on a serious fortune, and that little D under the date? That tells us this penny was minted in Denver. So you're specifically looking for a 1970 D penny with a clear doubling on the front. Most people never even check their pennies. They just spend them without a second thought. Imagine handing over a $2.6 million penny to a cashier for a stick of gum. Talk about heartbreak. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. A few years ago, I was going through some old coin rolls I had picked up from the bank. You know, one of those casual, let's see if I get lucky kind of things. I wasn't expecting much, maybe a wheat penny or a few older nickels. Then, I spotted a 1970 D penny. I gave it a quick glance, shrugged, and tossed it into my spend pile. A week later, I was watching an auction online, and someone just sold a 1970 D double die penny for over $1 million. My stomach dropped. I ran to the jar where I had dumped my junk coins, frantically searching for that penny, probably used to buy a gas station coffee. Now, do I know for sure it was the penny? No. But do I lose sleep thinking about it? Every single night. All right, let's make sure you don't make the same mistake I did. Grab a magnifying glass. If you don't have one, hold the coin under bright light and take a close look. Look at the date. Do the numbers look doubled? If so, your heart rate should already be increasing. Check Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see doubling there too, congratulations, you might be looking at a life-changing penny. If you think you found one, don't clean it. I repeat, don't touch it, don't rub it, don't try to make it shinier. Collectors love original condition, and even a tiny scratch can ruin its value. Instead, get it professionally authenticated and graded. Send it to a trusted coin grading company like PCGS or NGC, and if it checks out, you're in for the payday of a lifetime. Well, a verified 1970 D double die penny recently sold for $2.6 million at auction. Even if yours isn't in perfect condition, it could still fetch tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's the kind of money that can change lives. Pay off debts, buy a house, take that dream vacation, or just retire early and tell people, yeah, I made my fortune off a single penny. All right, let's do a quick recap. The 1970 D Lincoln penny could be worth millions, but only if it has that special double die error. The best way to find one: check your change, search old coin rolls, and never ignore those old pennies sitting in your drawers. Don't be like me. Don't toss your coins without checking first. You never know when a tiny mistake from the US Mint could turn into a massive payday for you. Now, before you go sprinting to your coin jar, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more coin hunting tips coming your way, and you won't want to miss the next big discovery. If you do find that $1 million penny, let me know in the comments. I promise I won't be too jealous. Ever wondered if that humble penny jingling in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, hold onto your hats, because today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1971 Lincoln Memorial Penny. Spoiler alert, some of these little copper coins have fetched prices that would make Scrooge McDuck jealous. You're sifting through your loose change, and amidst the nickels and dimes, you spot a 1971 penny. Looks ordinary, right? But what if I told you that this unassuming coin could be worth more than a brand new car? Intrigued? Let's embark on a journey to uncover the secrets behind the 1971 penny and discover how some have reached staggering values at auction. In 1971, the San Francisco Mint produced over 525 million Lincoln Memorial pennies. These coins, composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, were everyday currency for millions of Americans. The S Mint mark beneath the date signifies its origin from the San Francisco Mint. While most of these pennies are only worth their face value, certain varieties have become the crown jewels for collectors. One of the most sought-after errors in the coin collecting community is the double die obverse, or DDO. This occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice, slightly offset, leading to a noticeable doubling effect. For the 1971 penny, this doubling is evident in inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. Spotting this error could mean you've hit the numismatic jackpot. You might be wondering, just how much can a 1971 DDO penny be worth? In 2018, a 1971 S-proof penny with a prominent double die error, graded PR 68 deep cameo, sold for an impressive $2,280 at auction. More recently, in 2023, another specimen of the same variety and grade fetched $660. While these figures are substantial, they don't quite reach the $2.7 million mark. It's essential to approach such claims with caution and rely on verified auction records. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was helping my grandmother clean out her attic. Amidst the dusty photo albums and vintage knickknacks, we stumbled upon a jar filled with old coins. As a budding numismatist, my heart raced. We spent the afternoon examining each coin, and lo and behold, we found a 1971 penny with a noticeable doubling on Liberty. After getting it authenticated and graded, it turned out to be worth a few $100s. Not a million, but hey, not bad for a day's work and some quality time with Grandma. Familiarize yourself with common coin errors and varieties. Knowledge is your best tool. A good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help spot minute details. Oils from your fingers can affect a coin's condition. Hold coins by the edges and consider wearing gloves. If you think you found a valuable coin, have it authenticated by a reputable grading service. Who knew that a simple penny could hold such potential? While not every 1971 penny is a hidden treasure, the thrill of the hunt and the possibility of discovering a rare gem make it all worthwhile. So, next time you come across a 1971 penny, take a closer look. You might just find a piece of history worth more than its weight in gold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins and want to uncover more hidden treasures in your pocket change, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the fascinating stories and values behind everyday currency together. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you spot a 1964 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall hearing rumors about such a coin fetching a whopping $2.8 million at auction. Could it be? Is this humble penny your ticket to millionaire status? Well, before you start planning your dream vacation, let's dive into the fascinating world of the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and uncover the truth behind its value. First, let's set the stage. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies, over 2.6 billion in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and nearly 3.8 billion in Denver, denoted by a D mint mark. Given these staggering numbers, finding a 1964 penny in your change isn't exactly like discovering a unicorn in your backyard. For those new to coin collecting, a mint mark indicates the U.S. Mint facility where the coin was produced. In 1964, interestingly, while the San Francisco Mint also produced pennies that year, they didn't bear a mint mark, making them indistinguishable from those minted in Philadelphia. Let's address the elephant in the room. Despite the rumors and tantalizing tales, a standard 1964 no-mint mark penny isn't going to make you a millionaire. Most circulated 1964 pennies are worth their face value, just 1 cent. Even uncirculated ones might fetch you between $1 to $2. So, where did this $2.8 million figure come from? It's essential to differentiate between typical coins and those rare specimens that, due to unique errors or exceptional conditions, fetch high prices at auctions. However, as of now, there's no verified record of a 1964 penny selling for $2.8 million. It's possible that such claims stem from misunderstandings or misrepresentations. While the average 1964 penny won't fund your retirement, certain factors can increase its value. Coins with errors, such as being struck on the wrong planchet or featuring doubled dies, can be valuable. For instance, a 1964 penny struck on a dime planchet is a known error that collectors find intriguing. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition with a red RD designation due to their copper luster can command higher prices. A 1964 penny graded MS 67 RD, mint state 67, red, has been valued at over $1,000. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced special mint sets with a unique satin finish. These coins are rare, and a 1964 SMS penny graded SP 68 RD has been valued at $27,500. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was helping my grandmother clean out her attic when we stumbled upon an old jar filled with pennies. Among them was a shiny 1964 no-mint mark penny. My heart raced as I imagined early retirement and a yacht named Penny Lane. After a thorough investigation and a visit to a local coin appraiser, I learned it was worth 1 cent. While my millionaire dreams were dashed, it sparked a passion for coin collecting and the stories each coin holds. While your 1964 no-mint mark penny might not make you rich, the true value lies in the history and stories behind each coin. Coin collecting is a journey through time, offering a tangible connection to the past. So, next time you find a unique coin, take a moment to appreciate its journey and what it represents. That if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to uncover more coin treasures, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the fascinating world of numismatics together. We turn pocket change into big bucks. I'm your host, and today, we're diving into a coin that could literally change your life. Imagine this. You're digging through an old jar of pennies, maybe one that's been sitting in grandma's kitchen for decades, and bam, you find a 1981 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. And guess what? It's worth a jaw-dropping $2.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. Now, before you start emptying your couch cushions and raiding your piggy bank, let me tell you everything you need to know about this crazy valuable penny. We'll go over how to spot it, why it's worth so much, and of course, my own personal experience with hunting down rare coins. Because trust me, I've had my fair share of heart-pounding moments thinking I hit the jackpot. So grab your magnifying glass. Because by the end of this video, you might just be a millionaire in pennies. Alright, let's get straight to it. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a true numismatic mystery. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, but what makes this one special is a rare die variation that resulted in an error. Only a handful of these pennies exist, and that's why their value is through the roof. Now, you might be wondering, wait, if Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark anyway, how do I know if I have this one? That's a great question. The key is in the strike and the metal composition. These rare pennies were accidentally struck on a different planchet, which gives them a unique appearance and weight. Experts say these coins have a sharper detail and a slightly different sheen compared to regular 1981 pennies. Okay, so let's talk money, because I know that's why you're really here. The most recent auction for a confirmed 1981 no-mint mark error penny sold for a whopping $2.9 million. Yes, for a single penny. That's a 289 million% return on investment if you found it in a roll of loose change. Now, before you quit your day job and become a full-time penny hunter, let me be real with you. These coins are incredibly rare, and finding one is like winning the lottery. But hey, people win the lottery all the time, right? So why not take a shot? Speaking of taking a shot, let me tell you about the time I thought I struck gold. I was at a flea market, sifting through an old man's coin collection. He had this dusty coffee can labeled Grandpa's Pennies and was selling each one for a dime. Now, being the coin nerd that I am, I bought the whole can. I took it home, dumped the pennies out, and there it was, a 1981 no-mint mark penny that looked different. My heart was pounding. My hands were shaking. I ran to my coin scale, weighed it, checked it under my loupe, and then my soul left my body. It was just a regular Philadelphia penny with some weird discoloration. Yeah, it was a devastating moment. But you know what? That's the thrill of coin hunting. You never know when you might actually find that life-changing piece. Look for a 1981 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This is step one. But remember, not all Philadelphia pennies are the valuable kind. The rare ones have a slightly different appearance due to the unique planchet they were struck on. The valuable ones have a weight difference compared to standard 1981 pennies. If you think you found one, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be sitting in your coin jar right now, just waiting to make you a millionaire. Will you find one? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, coin hunting is one of the most exciting hobbies out there, and you never know what treasure is hiding in plain sight. Now, if you love learning about coins worth serious money and want more tips on how to find them, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on future videos because we've got plenty more hidden treasures to uncover together. Alright, folks, picture this. You're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some spare change to grab a coffee, and bam, you find a penny. Nothing special, right? Just another one of those little copper-coated coins we barely pay attention to. But hold on. What if I told you that penny could be worth $1 million? Yep. Today we're talking about the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and valuable that it's making collectors lose their minds. And guess what? There's a chance you might have one sitting in a jar, a drawer, or even at the bottom of your car's cup holder right now. In this video, we're diving deep into the story behind this insanely valuable penny, how it happened, what makes it worth so much, and how you can check if you have one. Oh, and I've got a personal story that just might convince you to start checking your change a little more carefully. The mystery behind the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny now. Normally, pennies have little mint marks that tell us where they were made. If you look at most 1989 pennies, you'll see a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco on the front, just below the date. But the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny? That thing is missing the mint mark entirely. Well, this was likely a case of a minting error. Some of these pennies slipped through the system without their mint marks, and because of that mistake, collectors have gone absolutely nuts over them. This kind of thing happens from time to time in the coin world, but not every error coin is worth big money. This one, however, is in a league of its own. There are only a handful of confirmed 1989 no mint mark Lincoln pennies out there. We're talking about a coin that's so rare, most collectors will never even see one in person. And when something is this rare, collectors are willing to pay outrageous amounts just to get their hands on it. Recently, one of these coins sold for an eye-watering $1 million at auction. That's not a typo. A single penny, something we usually toss into tip jars, just made someone a millionaire. Now, before you start tearing apart your house looking for pennies, let's go over exactly what to look for. Look just below the date on the front of the penny. If you see a D or an S, sorry, you've got a regular 1989 penny. But if there's nothing there, you might be onto something. If the coin is worn down, scratched up, or corroded, it might not be worth much, even if it's rare. A coin in pristine condition is where the real money is. If you think you have one, do not try to sell it yourself on eBay for a quick buck. Get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity. The one that got away now. Let me tell you a quick story about why checking your pennies matters. A few years ago, I was sorting through a big pile of coins from an estate sale. I found an unusual-looking 1989 penny with no mint mark. But, being in a rush, I tossed it into a jar with the rest of the pennies, thinking, probably nothing. Fast forward a few weeks, I saw an article about the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny and how rare it was. My heart dropped. I ran to my coin jar, dumped everything out, and searched for hours. And guess what? It was gone. Either I accidentally spent it, or it got mixed up and given away. I probably gave a $1 million penny to a gas station clerk for a pack of gum. If that's not a reason to start checking your change, I don't know what is. Now, if you do find one, what do? Well, first, take a deep breath and don't spend it on a vending machine snack. Next, get it graded. The higher the grade, the more money it's worth. Collectors are paying top dollar for this penny, and auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are the best places to sell it. You could also go through a reputable coin dealer, but be careful. Some people will try to lowball you. If you're sitting on a $1 million penny, don't settle for a couple $100. The legendary 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a tiny little piece of copper that could change your life. Who knew that something we all ignore every day could be worth a fortune? And if this video proves anything, it's that you should always check your spare change. You never know when a simple penny could turn into a life-changing discovery. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin in your pocket change? Let me know in the comments. And if you love learning about hidden treasures in everyday coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of coin collecting tips, strategies, and rare finds coming your way, and you won't want to miss them. You're sifting through your pocket change and stumble upon a 1963 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Could this humble coin be your ticket to $1 million payday? Let's dive into the world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this intriguing possibility. First things first, let's talk about the 1963 Lincoln penny. In that year, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced a whopping 754 million of these coins, all without a mint mark. That's a lot of pennies. Given this massive production, most 1963 pennies are quite common and typically worth their face value. Just 1 cent. You might be wondering, what's the deal with mint marks? Mint marks indicate the U.S. Mint facility where a coin was produced. For example, a D represents Denver, and an S stands for San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia, like our 1963 penny, usually don't have a mint mark. So, finding a 1963 penny without a mint mark is entirely normal and doesn't necessarily add to its value. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The idea that a 1963 no mint mark penny is worth $1.1 million. This myth likely stems from a misunderstanding or misrepresentation. In reality, number 1963 penny has ever sold for such a staggering amount. However, certain pennies have fetched high prices due to unique characteristics. While a standard 1963 penny won't make you a millionaire, some pennies have indeed sold for impressive sums. For instance, in 2012, 10-century-old Lincoln cents were auctioned for a combined total of $1.1 million. These coins were rare specimens from the early 20th century, not 1963. Their value came from their age, rarity, and pristine condition. Coins with low mintage numbers or those that are hard to find. Uncirculated coins or those with minimal wear. Coins with minting mistakes, like double strikes or off-center images. For example, a 1963 Lincoln penny graded MS-67, a high mint state grade, sold for over $6,000 at auction. Such coins are exceptional due to their flawless condition. Let me share a little story. A few years ago, I inherited a jar of old coins from my grandfather. Among them was a shiny 1963 penny. My heart raced as I imagined it being a rare treasure. After some research and a visit to a local coin shop, I learned it was worth 1 cent. While it wasn't a windfall, the experience sparked my passion for coin collecting and the fascinating history each coin holds. While it's unlikely that your 1963 no-mint mark penny is worth $1.1 million, it's still a piece of history and a great addition to any collection. Coin collecting is about more than just monetary value. It's about the stories and history behind each coin. If you're eager to learn more about valuable coins and how to spot them, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll keep you updated with tips, tricks, and stories from the world of numismatics. All right, folks, let me ask you something. Have you ever held a penny and thought, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one tiny, unassuming penny could be worth $1.2 million? Yeah, you heard me right. Not a typo, not a prank. A single 1990 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could change your life. Now, if you're thinking, oh man, I've had a ton of those. Congratulations, you're officially losing sleep tonight. But don't worry, I'm here to walk you through exactly why this coin is worth a fortune, how to spot one, and where to cash in if you hit the jackpot. And trust me, you don't want to skip out early because I've got a personal story that'll make you triple-check your spare change by the end of this video. So grab your piggy bank, dump out your couch cushions, and let's dive into the wild world of rare pennies. First things first, let's break this down. Most pennies minted in 1990 have a small D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But some of them, completely blank. No mint mark. Nada. That little missing letter is the difference between just another penny and retire early money. Well, back in 1990, the U.S. Mint accidentally forgot to stamp some pennies with the mint mark. Just a minor oopsie that now has collectors shelling out over $1 million for the rare ones. I wish my mistakes were worth that much. Not every no-mint mark penny from 1990 is a winner. There are a few key things that determine whether you've got a life-changing coin or just a regular penny that buys you exactly nothing in today's economy. This is the obvious one. If there's a D or S under the year, keep walking. The ultra-valuable version of this penny comes from proof sets, special coins struck with extra care for collectors. They have a super shiny, mirror-like finish. The higher the grade, the higher the value. If your penny looks like it survived a war, it's probably not the $1 million one. But if it's now, I know some of you are already halfway to flipping over your couch cushions. But let's be strategic about this. Grab a magnifying glass. Your eyes aren't as sharp as they used to be. Let's be honest. Look at the date. No mint mark? Great. Next, these were meant for collectors, so they're extra shiny. If you think you've got a winner, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it certified. Now, here's where it gets crazy. In top condition, this penny has sold for over $1.2 million at auction. Even slightly lower grade versions can still pull in hundreds of thousands. And if you find one, well, let's just say you won't be using it to pay for parking. Let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a rare coin. A few years ago, I was at a gas station and I got some change back. I wasn't even paying attention, just shoving pennies into my pocket like they were worthless. Fast forward a week, I was going through my coins and I realized I had a penny with no mint mark from 1990. My heart stopped. I started sweating. I was already imagining my new mansion that it was circulated, scratched up, and unfortunately, not the proof version. That let's just say, the disappointment was real. But ever since then, I check every single penny that passes through my hands. And so should you, because next time, it could be the one. So now that you know what to look for, it's time to start digging through your loose change. Check your wallets, your car cup holders, even that random jar of pennies collecting dust on your dresser. You never know. You could be sitting on $1 million payday without even realizing it. And if you like this video and want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I drop insider tips, coin collecting strategies, and crazy stories about money-making finds all the time. Hit that like button, share this with a friend, and let me know in the comments. What's the most valuable coin you have ever found?